Right now, UW Health is asking patients, visitors, and staff members to mask up.
Also, News 3 Now's political reporter Will Keneally sits down with Middleton Democrat Diane Hesselbein as she begins a leadership role in the state Senate.
And as we prepare for live team coverage of the president's visit to Wisconsin tomorrow, we just got word the vice president will soon be making her own trip to the Badger State. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Starting today, everyone going to an appointment at UW Health or Unity Point Health Meritor will have to wear a mask.
Officials say it's because of increases in RSV, flu, and COVID-19 numbers ahead of the holidays. Our Catherine Merck joins us live outside the hospital after hearing from medical professionals inside about the move back to masks. Catherine?
If you've been at the hospital for the past couple of months, you might have been able to get inside there or the clinic without a mask. However, starting back up today here at UW Health and at Unity Point Health Meritor, they're returning to their protocols that they once had months ago, requiring masks in a lot of different spaces throughout the hospital and their clinics. This happened after providers dropped their masking requirements in May of this year, but still encouraged employees and patients to wear masks during visits. I spoke with a doctor at UW Health who told me that part of this time of year, cases of all three viruses, flu, RSV, and COVID, they all go up. We're able to understand more about these viruses when we were earlier now than we were last able to when the mask requirements were put in place when COVID first started.
The good thing here is that we have tools and we're putting them into place right now to watch these, monitor the viruses, and implement something when it makes sense.
I also reached out to SSM Health to see if the major hospital system would also be bringing masks back throughout the system. They lifted some of their restrictions in March of this year. A spokesperson with SSM Health told me they're not going to change anything about their masking requirements as of right now, but they're going to continue to monitor the situation as needed. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
All right, Catherine, thank you. Let's get a look now at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, we're starting to turn the table on the temperatures. They're starting to go up a little bit today, a little bit more tomorrow, and probably a lot more by the time we hit the Christmas holiday. As we take a look at visible cloud track, we've had intervals of clouds and sun during the day today, but no precipitation. In fact, really not much anywhere across the upper Midwest, and the next couple of days should stay dry. Low temperatures this morning kind of chilly because of the clear skies. Here in Madison, we dropped to 11. Janesville dropped to 14, but temperatures are in the single digits out in Boscobel and Lone Rock. And current temperatures are back to around 30 degrees or a little bit above. Madison right at 30, a little bit colder to the east, a little bit milder to the west. Some temperatures in the low 30s there. 32 right now in Middleton, 29 in Sun Prairie, and 32 degrees in Mount Horeb. You factor in the winds and wind chills make it feel about 10 degrees colder. The wind chill 20 in Madison, 23 Janesville, and 27 in Lone Rock. Look for skies to be variably cloudy this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady right around that 30-degree mark. We'll probably turn a little colder later on tonight, but not as cold as last night. But milder weather is ahead. I'll tell you how warm it'll get as we head toward Christmas in just a few minutes.
Jerry, thank you. The Pentagon says Houthi rebels in Yemen have launched more than 100 drone and missile attacks on at least 10 merchant ships in the Red Sea.
The attacks have prompted shipping companies to stop using faster trade routes through the Red Sea, meaning that you could end up paying more for just about everything that we all buy. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Secretary of State Lloyd Austin met with sailors stationed in Bahrain and thanked them for giving up their holidays in order to carry out their mission.
You're here to keep the international sea lanes open and to keep global commerce flowing freely.
Bahrain is one of 10 countries to sign on to the U.S. newly announced pact designed to protect shipping in the Red Sea. Houthi rebels in Yemen now control the entrance to the Red Sea, and they've launched drone and missile attacks on cargo ships heading to the Suez Canal. About 15% of all global trade goes through that choke point. Now, shipping companies are suspending operations in the area, rerouting their ships all the way around Africa, costing time and money. Dr. Ian Ralby is a maritime analyst.
The Red Sea, which is one of the critical choke points around the world, is being inhibited by the Houthi aggression. And that is going to affect the price of every good, from food to clothes to cars to all kinds of household items, all the way through to our energy supplies.
The Houthis, which are backed by Iran, say they're carrying out these attacks in retaliation for Israel's war against Hamas, which is supported by and aided by the U.S. American ships already in the Red Sea have been busy shooting down drones and missiles aimed at Israel, including 14 on Saturday alone.
These reckless Houthi attacks are a serious international problem, and they demand a firm international response.
Yemen has promised to continue the attacks until Israel halts the war in Gaza. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The Houthis say they are going to launch an attack on cargo ships at least once every 12 hours. Bahrain, Canada, France, Italy, the Seychelles, and the United Kingdom are among the countries who have signed on to patrol the Red Sea in an attempt to protect the cargo ships.
Today, more than 80 national movement and organizational leaders gathered at the Capitol Rotunda demanding a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. The group is calling for a ceasefire and the end of U.S. funding for weapons to Israel. The protesters say they oppose the Biden administration's proposed military aid package, sending billions of taxpayer dollars to Israel, U.S. southern border militarization, and immigration enforcement. Explosions, fire, and smoke were seen over the Gaza Strip today, and Israel continued its fight against Hamas. Israeli missiles and airstrikes on the Rafah region in southern Gaza struck 3 houses, killing at least 20 Palestinians, according to Gaza health officials. The Gaza Health Ministry said yesterday that nearly 20,000 Palestinians had been killed, around 52,000 wounded in the more than 2 months of warfare. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to achieve total victory over Hamas.
Funeral goers are honoring former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor in Washington today. Her family and prominent leaders are all in town for the service at the Washington National Cathedral. The agenda lists eulogies from Chief Justice John Roberts and President Joe Biden. O'Connor is in the history books as the first female justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. She is the inspiration for generations of female lawyers.
I hope you find the strength in knowing that your mom and dad are together again this December, gathering roses in winter once again as great Americans, both great Americans for all seasons. May God bless Sandra Day O'Connor, an American pioneer.
O'Connor was 93 years old when she died from complications of dementia on December 1st.
Well, President Biden coming to Milwaukee tomorrow as both Democrats and Republicans compete in the battleground state for the 2024 election. He's expected to speak around noon, and News 3 Now will have extensive coverage of the presidential visit. Tune in tomorrow. Shane Hogan reports from Milwaukee on the morning show. I'll be joined by Catherine Merck and Maddie Himes for live team coverage in the afternoon.
And as Milwaukee prepares to welcome President Biden tomorrow, we're now learning that Vice President Kamala Harris will also be stopping by the Badger State next month. The Vice President is launching a cross-country reproductive freedoms tour in 2024. It will start in Wisconsin on January 22nd, the 51st anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision. No word yet on exactly where Vice President Harris will be in the state or what time.
Multiple polling locations in Beloit will be moved out of schools and other locations in the city. There will now be a total of 7 polling locations in the city. Elementary schools will no longer be used due to safety concerns. Officials say they chose the new locations based on geography, access to bus lines, parking availability, disability accommodations, and the facility's willingness to serve as a polling site. Every voter in Beloit is being urged to double-check those polling locations ahead of the next round of elections. You can check out the new locations in this story linked at channel3000.com. At the state capitol, there's been a change in leadership in recent weeks.
One Madison state senator was the leader of Democrats in her chamber, but now she's stepping down from that leadership role to run for county executive. Stepping up in her place, Middleton Senator Diane Hesselbein. She sat down with political reporter Will Keneally this afternoon.
Senate Democratic leader Diane Hesselbein is taking the reins over at kind of an inflection point here at the state capitol. A lot of work on things like the state budget has already happened. Legislators will start the new year with a rush to the finish line, trying to wrap up final bills that they want passed before they leave in the spring to run for re-election. A lot can happen, though, between now and then, including the possibility of the state Supreme Court redrawing new district maps. That could mean the entire state Senate runs again next fall. Hesselbein says that's part of what makes her excited to step up.
Well, it's an exciting year for the Democratic Party in the state of Wisconsin. With new maps, we'll have a lot of opportunities, so exciting time to serve. So I just won a 4-year term last year, and I was thinking I would be in here for 4 years, but I am absolutely ready, willing, and able to run again. If it gives people the a real choice between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, I say bring it on.
We also talked with her about her overall strategy for Democrats in the new year, and you can see more from our interview coming up tonight at 6. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Will. And this is part of our series of year-end interviews that we'll be doing with newsmakers from both parties out of the state capitol.
Breaking into our newsroom in just the last few minutes, a Watertown police officer will not be charged in connection with the fatal shooting of a man back in October. The Wisconsin Department of Justice's Division of Criminal Investigations just released its report from the shooting in which Watertown officer James Simon shot and killed 30-year-old Justin Witten in a parking lot near Luther Prep High School in Watertown. Their investigation found no criminal wrongdoing by Officer Simon. Our team continues to comb through the report. We'll have much more on channel3000.com and in our later newscasts. It is the time of year for family gatherings and get-togethers with friends. The holidays can be a hard time to turn down a drink.
But health experts say you can get through this season without alcohol. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has tips on how to stay sober over the holidays.
This holiday season, the cocktails may flow, but that alcohol you can forgo.
Maybe it is because for your health, maybe it's for your relationships, maybe you're just curious about what it's like to enjoy yourself without alcohol. But rooting yourself and your reason for wanting to do this is the most important step.
After focusing on your why, Dr. Trent Hall with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says to have a plan for parties and other gatherings where there might be alcohol. Hall says to consider going out with an accountability partner or sober friend who can offer support. He says bringing your own treats can also help.
That can be in the form of a so-called mocktail, special kind of beverage that's tasty but non-alcoholic for you to enjoy. It could be some sort of snack. Can really be just whatever it is that you'll feel good about enjoying with others.
Finally, come up with an exit plan that includes how you'll leave a party if needed.
It's possible for you to get stuck somewhere where you're uncomfortable or where things are starting to feel out of control to you, and so would advise you to drive yourself to a holiday party or make sure also that your vehicle is parked where you'll be able to get out.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now, for adults of legal drinking age who choose to drink, the CDC recommends limiting intake to 2 drinks or less for men and 1 drink or less in a day for women. U.S. standard drink sizes include 5 ounces of wine or 12 ounces of beer.
We apparently are not going to see Aaron Rodgers playing for the New York Jets this season. There was some speculation he might return to action after suffering that torn Achilles during the first game of the year, but the 40-year-old quarterback said during his weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee show this afternoon he is not yet 100% healthy in his recovery and is still a few weeks away. Rodgers said if the Jets had won last Sunday at Miami and remained in the postseason hunt, he, quote, would have pushed it as far as I could this week, even at less than full health, to play against Washington on Sunday. But the Jets were routed 30-0 and eliminated from playoff contention for the 13th straight year. Well, after the break, we'll get a look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
And if you're one of the millions projected to travel this holiday, the Transportation Secretary has a message for you. That and more coming up next at 5.
And on Wall Street, more strong gains for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, up 252 points. NASDAQ jumps 98. S&P 500 adds almost 28. We'll be right back.
Art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen-yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Our solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen-Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Tonight on News 3 Now, mask requirements are back for UW Health and Unity Point Health Mariner. We have insights on this policy from a doctor.
Plus, what residents think this change signals just before the holidays. That's tonight at 6.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
People across the country are gearing up for what could be a record-setting year-end holiday travel season. AAA predicting over 115 million people will travel 50 miles or more. The Travel Association says an all-time record of 7.5 million people will fly. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says his agency is working to make sure flights stay on schedule, but that Mother Nature could have other plans.
We may see some bad weather impacting travel around Christmas and New Year's. FAA is working closely with airlines to plan for that possibility. So if you are concerned about weather affecting your travel plans, please remember to check directly with your airline for the most up-to-date information about your flight.
Secretary Buttigieg also announced that so far 2023 has seen the lowest flight cancellation rates in the last 5 years.
Well, the good news about our relatively mild weather, no travel problems around here, right, Gary? That's a good thing.
Yeah, certainly not for snow or anything like that. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Sunny skies tomorrow, high temperatures back in the lower 40s. Then some rain showers late Thursday night into Friday. Maybe mix a little snow around daybreak early Friday morning, but with temperatures above freezing, nothing should stick to the ground. And then unseasonably mild weather by the time we hit to the Christmas holiday. High temperatures will be in the lower 50s, and we'll see rain showers. Not a white Christmas this year. It'll be a wet one, though. As we look at future track across the country, again, that big East Coast storm system has now moved out to sea. The new storm system coming into the west, bringing rain to California. But much of the country right now is quiet. Keep your fingers crossed that this will last at least through the Christmas holiday. But in the short term, really the travel problems will probably be out west in San Francisco and Los Angeles. But even the East Coast is clearing out. Now, as we head into Thursday night, that weather system continues to work its way down the coast. The first surge of moisture starts heading northward, and this could reach us Thursday night into Friday with the possibility for some rain showers. Again, there could be a little bit of a mix for a time early on Friday morning, but nothing that should stick to the ground. Then as we head into Saturday, we take a break. That surge of showers moves off to the east. The next surge starts to move into the plains as that west coast system starts to reorganize over the southern Rockies and the southern plains. But look where we are. We're on the warm side of the system. Winds out of the south and southeast as we head into early Christmas Eve morning. Rain showers developing to the west. Now, there'll be some snow in the western Dakotas, back into Colorado and Wyoming, but that's about as close as it gets. We stay on the warm side of the system through Christmas Eve with rain showers. Early Christmas Day, rain showers. late Christmas Day, rain showers, and then by late Christmas Day night, maybe a little bit of light snow starting to develop across parts of, say, western Minnesota. Look at the high temperature forecast for Christmas Eve. 51 with scattered rain showers, midnight temperatures in the middle 40s, and maybe a degree warmer for Christmas Day. Certainly will not be a white Christmas this year with a high temperature of 52. And take a look at the future track snowfall forecast through 6 p.m. Christmas Day. There'll be several inches of snow through the Dakotas and western Minnesota, but around here, no snow at all, just rain. Planning your night, lots of clouds tonight, or at least to start out. Temperatures staying around 30 degrees through midnight, but then we see a little more of a break in the cloud cover later on that'll allow temperatures to drop into the upper 20s by 3 a.m. and down into the middle 20s by early tomorrow morning. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 27 in Belleville, 27 in Albion, and 26 in Sun Prairie. Rest of southern Wisconsin down to 23 in Wautoma, 27 in Fond du Lac, and 26 for the overnight low in Platteville. Here in Madison tomorrow, mostly sunny, milder for tomorrow, high temperature at 41. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, lower 40s Thursday and Friday. Rain showers late Thursday night into Friday morning, or during the day Friday, maybe a little mix late at night, but then upper 40s on Saturday, just a slight chance for a shower. Rain for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Tuesday. Highs lower 50s for the Christmas holiday, mid-40s on Tuesday. Maybe a little mix Tuesday night, and then changing over to a chance of snow showers and flurries on Thursday. But even then, high temperatures upper 30s, and will stay above normal through the end of next week and probably through the New Year's holiday as well. As we check out our first warn traffic, eastbound Beltline not looking so good. We have delays from around Monona Drive almost all the way back to Verona Road. So eastbound Beltline, about a half-hour trip, about half of that time in the westbound direction today. From Sun Prairie to downtown takes you 18 minutes. If you are heading out of Madison, 26 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 17-minute trip, and downtown to Sun Prairie is a 20-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. Today, the Diocese of Madison responded to Pope Francis's reversal, now allowing same-sex couples to be blessed. We'll have that and more coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
Junk, I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Willie Street Co-op has the perfect gift for every foodie on your list. Our seasonal gifts feature thoughtful selections of great goodies like culinary delights for your favorite gourmand or treats for the sweet tooth in your life and special items for the host with the most. We even have gift ideas for kids. And the best part is every time you purchase one of these seasonal items, you're supporting fair trade, local, and natural vendors. Be an amazing gift giver and do a world of good with Willie Street Co-op this holiday season. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney here. If you come in now, you get 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas at Menards.
That's right. We couldn't resist. In honor of number 12's big championship win, we're giving you 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, friends, for a great year. And please accept this as our Christmas gift to you. Congratulations, Ryan.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
There's challenges, and I love overcoming challenges.
When Better Money Habits content first started coming out, it expanded what I could do for Special Olympics athletes with developmental needs.
Thousands of Bank of America employees like Scott spend countless hours volunteering to teach people how to reach their financial goals.
It felt good. It felt like I could take on the whole world.
What would you like the power to do?
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
You're the people who make junk disappear?
We brought a whole truckload of magic.
1-800-JUNK. I love you.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Monona residents may soon have access to the Madison Metro bus system. This after the Monona City Council decided to start contract talks with Madison to join. And while it's not a done deal just yet, a Monona City administrator says they have a conceptual route. Any contract would still need to come back to the council for final approval. Madison Metro is in the process of upgrading to new rapid transit lines expected to be complete in the fall of 24.
A City of Madison committee is approving design plans for the Lake Monona waterfront. Known as the Sasaki Plan, it includes an elevated boardwalk, an amphitheater stage, and a beach along Lake Monona. The plan will also have an underpass near Hamilton Street, allowing pedestrians and bicyclists to cross John Nolan Drive safely. The proposal will now head to a vote in the full Common Council in the coming months.
The Diocese of Madison responding to the Vatican's declaration yesterday allowing same-sex couples to be blessed. It reiterated that the church is not changing its stance on same-sex marriage, but is open to providing, quote, an opportunity for people in irregular relationships to open their lives to God. In a statement, the Diocese of Madison says, quote, no sin is so great that it totally cuts off the possibility of God's healing love during this lifetime, and even in the worst of situations, there can be some elements out of which God can bring good, end quote.
We'll get a final check on your forecast when we return.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit PowerSwabs.com today.
A concert experience you won't want to miss. It's the Commodores. Performing live Saturday, February 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. 70 million albums sold, 7 #1 hits. The Grammy Award-winning Commodores. February 17th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. Meet one 18-year-old on a mission to spread joy. We see how small acts of kindness became one of the largest toy drives in his state. That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, a local restaurant is spreading holiday cheer this season in a very Grinch-like fashion. That's ahead tonight in 30 minutes, coming up at 6.
A new study shows apes can recognize old friends they haven't seen in decades. Researchers found chimpanzees and bonobos were able to recognize photos of former group mates more than 25 years after last seeing them in the flesh. This is the longest lasting social memory ever documented outside humans.
Researchers showed apes 2 photos, one of the ape they had known and another of a stranger. And the results showed apes looked significantly longer at the ones that they knew and even longer at those that they had been friendly with.
Pretty interesting.
It is.
Well, the ones they hadn't been friendly with, though, they just looked away. They didn't want to remember them.
I wasn't involved in those pictures.
You're a man of science, Gary.
Okay.
Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, pretty quiet out there right now. We've got a mix of clouds and some clearing. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Temperatures right now right around 30. Madison right at 30. A few places to the east are in the upper 20s. Lower 30s out to the west. Right now 32 Middleton, 31 in Oregon, and 30 in Stoughton. Factor in the winds, and we're seeing wind chills right now right around 20 degrees, so not too bad. At least those winds are out of the south, and that'll warm us up for tomorrow.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell is next.